Hey everybody, Chris Solak here in Las Vegas. Just wanted to do a quick video for you guys talking about how to maintain a spiritual mind in a time of fear and chaos. You know, it's amazing that if you harness your mind and quiet your mind at a time like this, this season that we're in, how difficult it may be for each and every one of us, is actually a point of growth. And so I've got three very simple things to do that I know that the community here in Las Vegas, that we're flourishing underneath this. And it's so simple, it's so basic, but sometimes we have to think about intentionally pursuing God, intentionally maintaining peace when our flesh and the world around us is simply going crazy and mad and confused. Sometimes we can step into that confusion. And so this is three simple steps to keep your mind clear and spiritually focused on what truly is important in a time like this. So first, the first thing, so important, is to limit how much time you are spending watching news and information, all the things that could fill your mind. And there's a lot of fear programming in the news that we watch, in even the TV that we can watch. You know, are you watching movies and TV shows that are quieter, or are you watching lots of explosions and lots of other things? I'm guilty of that myself. I like a lot of action, but I have to be careful, specifically with the news. I've had to limit myself to 30 minutes a day. And the reason for that is that my mind becomes overstimulated. It starts to become crowded with thoughts. And also, there starts to become an anxiety. Is that we're talking about death, and we're talking about sickness. We're talking about the potential, destruction, all of these kinds of things. And yet that's contrary to what the Lord speaks in Scripture. And so I've got to recenter my mind. So I'd ask you, first thing to do is to limit. For me, it's 30 minutes a day. I don't watch any more news than 30 minutes a day. Secondly, this is maybe the most important step. How much worship music, how much praise and worship do you hear, do you experience in the course of your day? It's interesting, even my little daughter, she's 17 months old. She loves her educational videos, all her little songs, and she dances to in the morning. You know what, the other day, I took those away from her and I put on praise and worship music, and she just calmed down. There's a peace that we all need at this time, and we get it through worship with the Lord. Worship, right? God inhabits the praises of His people. It's important that we approach the Lord intentionally at a time like this in worship. And it's not just in relationship with Him, but it's even to calm our flesh, to subdue our mind, so that we can fully hear the voice of the Lord, and that we can start to get wisdom, to receive that wisdom and discernment in that chaos around us. And I would encourage you, I'm going to put in the comments below a playlist reference. If you don't have one on YouTube, I've got about 100 videos, and you can click on that, and it's a wonderful playlist that you can just kind of have on in the background. I know that we like to put them on in our house in the morning and in the evening. But if you're driving places and going places, it's important to have worship music on, right? That is you even visually overstimulated, or even some of the things that you see that can cause you fear, or even the panic of going some places. It's good to remain calm. God has not given us a spirit of fear. He's given us a spirit of love, power, and sound mind. And we must maintain that through positive messaging, Christian messaging, spirit-filled messaging everywhere we go. All right, last one. And I'm going to be honest, this is the hardest one for me out of all three. To try to get outside of the house, to take a walk, even to take a drive if you want to, but 20 minutes to 60 minutes a day at a minimum. I know for some of us, wherever we are in the world, it's still winter, or it's late spring, it's or early spring, it's really cold. So to understand, though, is so important to get outside. It's even to go on a walk early in the morning or later in the evening, when it's calmer, when there's maybe not so much traffic, or maybe not as many people around. I know we're still social distancing. So to understand, though, that it's important for us to still get outside, to breathe fresh air, to experience nature in the best ways that we can, because it actually brings a peace. We're looking for stillness, and we're looking for some serenity that, again, we can hear the voice of the Lord. So I just want to go over these real quickly. That first, try to limit how much TV news you're taking in every day. And for that, anything that would be negative or violent even, to try to limit that kind of that chaotic mindset that can come that's violently distractive. 2, worship music. God inhabits the praises of his people. We want to strengthen the spirit within us and connect to the Lord in a more intentional way during this time. And then, of course, to get outside, to breathe fresh air, to get quiet, to get still, but to be active, right? We know that working our bodies out, whether it's a walk or a run in a time like this, or for some of us, like I said, you need to get in the car, you just need to go for a drive and just clear your mind, right? Just to kind of get out and get away, to do that. So those are 3 simple tips. And I hope they've proved effective for you. I know they have proved effective for our church and the people we've been working with here in Las Vegas in the way to keep a spiritual focus, right? A spiritual mindset in a time of fear and chaos. God bless you guys.